Okay, welcome to another episode. So the car is at the house, and we definitely lost a few days. I ended up catching COVID finally, so still don't feel great, still not having a lot of energy, but I'm tired of being in the house, so we're gonna work on the car. It's nice out. Starting with coolant overflow. So I picked up a cheap guy off Amazon, and we're gonna get this mounted. I'm thinking it's going to end up here off the side of the radiator like this. So it comes with its own brackets. They're two pieces, so I'm thinking a couple of holes, couple of riv nuts. That tab sticks up just high enough for them to come out over top of the radiator, not into it. So that should work out. I'm going to clean these up a little bit first. See, they got some big burrs and they're kind of messy, but I mean, it's cheap off Amazon, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. It'll still do the job. Okay, job number one is finished. It's not the prettiest mounting solution ever, but it'll do the job. It's nice and solid. Reviews didn't really like this hose. I'll probably end up changing this, but at the same time, those reviews kept saying that the canister was getting pressurized and blowing this hose out. Well, they must have listened to that, because this one came with a hole pre-drilled in the lid already. So if this pressurizes, we have a whole bigger problem. So that should be good. So then, moving on to the second project. Inside the car, the Terminator comes with this cute little screen, which this will control most of the functions of the ECU. So it came with this little tray to sit it in, and I went ahead and 3D printed this to stick on the back of it. And we're going to mount this right here so that you can see it right through the steering wheel. Should be easily visible and accessible to make changes and such. So pull this piece off and put a couple holes in it and mount that down next. Alright, time to put her back together. Now, if you've never worked on one of these cars before, anybody who has will tell you this plastic is extremely brittle. Like, this is very nerve-wracking to take apart and work on, because it just crumbles in your hands if you're too rough on it. But that's the base piece on there. And get this put back together and get the screen set in. This goes here. Okay, that's job number two done. It does move a little bit. I guess we'll have to see how bad it is with the vibration of the car. It's in there. I mean, there's plenty of space. I think it'll be okay. If I hit that, I'm really gonna have to be stretching for it. But yeah, that came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so after the couple of projects the other day, I just had no energy left, so we called it there. And now I'm back in the driveway, and we're trying to work on, well, I mean me, because Tim's still gone, which is, it's just weird not working on a car with Tim, but trying to work on an alignment. So I have this string set up that I made for the Jeep when I had the Jeep, and, well, I only ever used it once, so I'm still learning, but by my measurements, this side had 10 millimeters of toe out. This side had 8 millimeters of toe out, and the steering wheel was at like a 45-degree angle. So now they are both at 1 millimeter of toe out, best as I can tell, and the steering wheel is straight. So I'm gonna tighten everything up, put the bumper back on, and we'll take it for a ride. Alright, front of the car is back together. Did notice a bit of an oil leak on the valve cover on this side. It was just loose. I don't know if it vibrated loose or we overlooked it, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Got it tight, cleaned up the oil, think she's ready to go, so how about a cold start clip and then let's go for a drive. drive was a success, and it wasn't. The alignment's good, not perfect, but way better. Like it was almost undrivable before, but it's not bad now. It's got a little bit of a pull, and since it is a little towed out, it you know, it moves around a little bit, but it's livable now. I can handle that for now. I totally put my phone in the holder, like reversed, so because the idea being I wanted to use the wide angle lens to actually be able to see both seats, because Jess took a ride with me, and for whatever reason the phone recorded 10 seconds and then shut off, so I couldn't see the screen because it was facing towards the front of the car, and I didn't get any of it. Awesome. It's good stuff. So I'll have to do that again. It won't be the same reaction because now she's ridden in it and she knows what it's like, but she enjoyed it. She said it's definitely faster than it used to be, so guess I'm gonna call this one here. I'm gonna get cleaned up and head inside. That's about all the energy I have for today. This post-COVID stuff is still kicking my butt pretty good, but we'll get more videos going. Thanks for watching. Just kidding. I couldn't in good conscience end a video on that level of fail. So, couldn't really take Jess on another ride either because she's already been there. It's not really gonna be the same. So, I recruited someone else instead. Okay, now we can end this off. Thanks for watching.